Windows 11 has sparked considerable debate among users and technology professionals since its release, with many finding themselves reconsidering their operating system choices. Understanding the specific pain points that drive users away from this platform reveals important insights about modern computing expectations and user experience priorities. The first significant concern centers on the stringent hardware requirements Microsoft imposed. The mandate for Trusted Platform Module 2.0 and specific processor generations effectively rendered countless functional computers obsolete overnight. Machines that ran Windows 10 flawlessly suddenly found themselves incompatible, forcing users to choose between expensive hardware upgrades or abandoning the platform entirely. This artificial obsolescence struck many as an unnecessary barrier that prioritized corporate interests over user needs. The redesigned interface represents another major departure that alienated longtime users. The centered taskbar, while aesthetically modern, disrupted decades of muscle memory and workflow patterns. More troubling is the removal of customization options that previously allowed users to tailor their workspace. The inability to move the taskbar to different screen edges or resize it according to preference demonstrates a philosophy of design rigidity over user autonomy. Performance inconsistencies plague many installations despite promises of optimization. Users report higher resource consumption compared to Windows 10, with background processes consuming memory and processor cycles without clear justification. Gaming performance, an area Microsoft heavily promoted, shows mixed results, with some titles experiencing stuttering and frame rate drops that were absent in the previous operating system version. The Start menu redesign eliminated features that users relied upon for years. The removal of live tiles, regardless of their popularity, took away dynamic information displays that many found useful. The new layout prioritizes pinned applications and recommended files in ways that feel less efficient for power users who preferred the previous organizational structure and search functionality. Privacy concerns have intensified with Windows 11's data collection practices. The operating system requests extensive telemetry data and integrates cloud services more deeply into core functionality. While Microsoft frames this as improving user experience, the lack of transparent control over what information gets transmitted creates discomfort among privacy-conscious users who prefer local computing without constant internet connectivity requirements. Forced updates continue to frustrate users who value control over their systems. Windows 11 maintains the aggressive update policy that characterized its predecessor, often installing updates during inconvenient times, despite user preferences. The inability to permanently defer certain updates or choose which components to install reflects a paternalistic approach that treats users as incapable of managing their own systems. Compatibility issues extend beyond hardware to software applications. Legacy programs that functioned properly in Windows 10 encounter problems in the new environment. While Microsoft encourages developers to update their software, this places burden on users who depend on specialized tools that may no longer receive active development. The removal of certain backward compatibility features compounds these difficulties. The integration of Microsoft accounts into the setup process represents another contentious change. Windows 11. Home Edition initially required internet connectivity and a Microsoft account for installation, eliminating the option for local accounts during setup. While workarounds exist, this push toward cloud-connected accounts raises concerns about autonomy and the ability to use the operating system without corporate oversight. Advertising and promotional content within the operating system itself troubles many users. Suggestions for Microsoft services, Edge browser promotions, and recommendations for applications appear throughout the interface. This commercialization of the user experience transforms the operating system from a neutral tool into a marketing platform, degrading the professional computing environment many users expect. The Windows 11 widget panel, while visually appealing, delivers limited functionality and customization options. The panel heavily promotes Microsoft News and other first-party services, while restricting third-party widget development. This walled garden approach prevents users from creating the personalized information dashboard that widgets could potentially provide. File Explorer modifications removed features without offering compelling replacements. The simplified ribbon interface eliminates quick access to certain functions that power users frequently employ. Context menu changes bury common operations behind additional clicks, slowing down workflows that were previously streamlined. These alterations suggest design decisions made without sufficient consideration for established user patterns. These 11 factors collectively illustrate why many users find Windows 11 incompatible with their needs and preferences. The operating system's direction prioritizes aesthetic modernization and ecosystem integration over user choice and backward compatibility. For those who value control, efficiency, and respect for existing hardware investments, alternative operating systems increasingly present themselves as viable options. The decision to leave Windows 11 ultimately reflects a desire for computing environments that serve user needs rather than corporate strategies.